Hello to the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks very much for tuning in again. Hope you're all looking forward to a big weekend coming up. So it's been a bit of a quiet midweek, or not really many games on. We've got some international stuff coming up, so maybe not the most exciting of times, but some other sort of developments here as well on Sorare, and I've just pressed the wrong button there. So there we go. I can't be arsed cutting that out and stuff. So, see, people do this. They spend all their time cutting things out and doing this and doing that and stuff, and I just do these videos whatever way they come. So I hope you all enjoy that. It seems that people kind of do. So yeah. So if you see me moving about the screen, etc., it's just because I can't be bothered spending about 3 hours editing a 15-minute video. So anyway, I want to talk about the MLS special. That's why I was clicking buttons there, incorrect ones. So I want to talk about this just quickly, and then we'll move on. So I think that the reason I want to talk about it is I think Sorare have done a really good job with this. So I think it's quite exciting. And even if you're not going to play this yourself, it bodes quite well for what's happening later on, which I'll talk about after we went through this. So it's going to run in game weeks 461, 463, and 465. 461 is 22nd to the 26th of March. And my first observation with that is I think that's round about when international breaks on. So be careful on that. The guys away, MLS still runs, etc. Then we've got 29th to March to the 3rd of April, and then the 5th to the 9th of April as well. Shout out, 8th of April is Sorare Sevens as well. If anybody fancies coming over to Scotland for a day out of football. So each game week is individual. It's not like a rolling basis. So it's pretty similar to the EPL competition. There are 4 competitions. So there's limited, rare, super rare, and unique. It's a cap 280 format. So that's quite good. They're not just letting you lob in all the cards, etc. So sort of mirrors the EPL one we had in the past where it was 270. So I think 280 is fair enough as well. For limited, you need free MLS cards from the current 2024 season. So it does say all cards must be MLS limited cards. So that's a shame. I thought that initially maybe Malia Labadas and things would qualify because they're in season, but it does say they must be MLS limited cards. So probably not. Rare needs free MLS in-season cards, 2 for super rare and 2 for unique. So that's pretty good. Means that you can use, like, say you've got your defender and your goalkeeper or whatever, you can run that from the previous season. So, so I might buy a few cards for this depending on how we got on this weekend, etc. You can enter 3 in each lineup. So, but here's the real proper good bit about it, right? So, first game week, so this is limited, right? Well, obviously it's limited because it says MLS Weekly Limited up the top. Join me for more hot takes. $1,000 for first, $1,400 first, $1,800 for first over the 3 weekend game weeks. So they've made it progressive, which is good. And also, top 500 paid $5. So though I keep overusing the word threshold, but now the threshold is being competitive, entering the tournaments, hopefully doing well. Even in limit, $150 for the top 10, $200 and then $250. So these will be competitive, but bear in mind that a lot of the supply isn't actually out yet and you do need 3 new season cards. So yes, it will be competitive, but also you've got a chance. Rare prizes. Now, one of the previous videos I said didn't really think that the contender ongoing rare prizes or whatever were too exciting. This is exciting. I know it's a special. $2,200 for first, $3,200 and then $3,500. Those are very, very good prizes. Even top 5, top 10, etc. $200, $300, $320. In one individual game week, and you've still got all the ongoing challenger, cash comps, etc. Super rare, I don't know if I'll be involved in this or not. I don't think I've got the budget at the moment to add in new season super rares, but those are excellent prizes. There's no two ways about it. Now, the other things to mention there, card prices have reacted really well, so that's really good. It's nice to see that. Really, everybody's interest for things to be going well. It's good for the classic competitions as well. If you enter on Champion America over these game weeks and you win a new season Messi or whatever, then that's going to be extremely valuable. So that really stacks up well. Also remember that there's a proposed K-League and J-League version of this for $100,000 as well. So if you look at those prizes there, if you've missed the boat with the American ones, etc., then it's hard to plan. So don't know exactly when they're going to run in terms of game weeks, etc., but definitely does bring value to a lot of the cards. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the most exciting things I've seen for a while. I think it is a better use of the money. Sorry for all the guys who obviously played for the threshold and stuff, but I do think that is actually overall a better use of the money, because people are willing to buy the cards, people are willing to collect, people are willing to keep supporting the platform, are the people who are going to be rewarded, and it's bringing a lot of hype, a lot of value to the new season MLS cards. So anyway, moving on to this weekend, let's try and win some stuff and get ourselves involved in that. Going to have a quick recap again over Celtic. Don't know what was going on there. Something's going off in my face there. Look, look at this rubbish that's come out. I didn't even plan this as well. Good advert for Stocks FC there. Anyway, I don't play Stocks FC, but that's just an individual choice after playing football indexing things. So nothing against Stocks FC, apart from them blowing this nonsense out of my mouth on this video. So anyway, let's focus on the Celtic prediction. I did go over this in more detail earlier on the week. Nothing much changed except Carter Vickers back in training today. So Hart, Greg Taylor, Scales and Johnson pretty nailed to play as always. Carter Vickers back in training today. I think he'll play. He's not in the American squad, so I think that he'll probably get some game time, and then he'll have some more rest, which hopefully does him good. Iwata and Matt O'Reilly. So McGregor's injured. He's not in Scotland squad either. So the midfield's going to be interesting. See in here, I've got Matt O'Reilly. The reason he'll got me 80%, I think he'll definitely play, but he could play in the 10 instead of playing here. It's good for Matt O'Reilly anyway. Palma is also injured. Matt O'Reilly guaranteed to be on sets, so I think this is an awesome game week for him, and he's dropped a lot as well. Nicholas Kuhn was awesome in the Cup, really playing a lot better. He's a real interesting one. I think he's a really good price just now because he started with Celtic, had some sort of dental issue. He'd been out for a couple of months. Apparently he'd lost a bit of stone as well. I don't know how he's managed that because it looks like a big skinny Malinky. Not a big skinny Malinky, a wee skinny Malinky. Look up more Scottish phrases on skinny Malinky. Skinny. Daisen Maeda, hat-trick in the Cup, really buzzing. More hair than me now as well, pretty funny. But him and Kuhn, I think, will occupy the wing spots. And then Ida, not being as good the last couple of games, but, I think he does offer some stuff to the team there, as does Furuhashi. So, interested to see, at home with one of these good fixtures against St Johnstone, Ian, sorry. If you're watching, whether we try and get Furuhashi in. But even if Furuhashi doesn't start, I think he'll definitely come on as well. So there we go. So we're going to have a quick look at the preview of the game week again. We did run through this earlier on the week, so apologies if you've already watched that, but this is the kind of main preview video, so I want to go over that again, make sure we know what the best fixtures are, and then we'll go pick some absolute smashing lineups hopefully. So expected team goals, highest Bayern in München in Germany. So they've got a really good fixture against Darmstadt. A funny team, Bayern. They've been through some rough spells recently and things, but I feel as if they're quite capable of beating somebody 5 or 6-0. So kind of interesting one for a champion. I don't have really many Bayern cards, but I do have Musiala. And there's no EPL games really to speak of this weekend. Man United, Liverpool in the Cup, and no games for Man City and all that sort of stuff. So pretty interesting. Celtic against St Johnstone, brilliant fixture. Sorry, I'm sure you'll comment the video at this point. Expect team goals free. expected clean sheet 64. I mean, if Vickers is playing, then that will help Celtic out a lot. I think St Johnstone will play to frustrate, but that should also, I think, play to pretty dominant SO5 scores as long as we get a few goals. Celtic not been playing amazing, but they have had a few recently. That one against Dundee where they just a few early goals and scored 7. So I don't see that happening against St Johnstone. In all honesty, I think they're better organised than that. But it could be a game where if we get a couple in the first half, could be really, really good for SO5. I think pretty much the standout fixture across the weekend, expect team goals and clean sheet percentage. Sporting Lisbon, really good team actually, really good. It's a really nice fixture for them as well. Porto, very impressed with them against Arsenal over 2 legs. Thought they were excellent, really good tactically. Some really good players like Alan Varela, Galeno, Conceição, even the defence and everything. They looked really good. So I think they'll take a lot of heart from that, although they did get beaten penalties. But I think they should be buoyed by that because that was a top effort, I think, against a really good team in Arsenal as well. Anderlecht against Kortrijk, don't really see Anderlecht on this list much, but Kortrijk are obviously shite. Rhymes with. 2 seconds. My wife's just sent me a message asking if I want a cup of tea, so I'm just saying yes. Good service in the household. This is the morning, that's why there's no Guinness. But maybe there will be for Cheltenham soon. Anyway, back onto this stuff. Dynamo Zagreb, really good fixture for predicted clean sheets. I mean, Rudez are just pretty awful, to be honest. They don't really score many goals at all, so no surprise there. AZ against Volendam, pretty good fixture. AZ have been, funnily enough, they always regard them as a kind of young, good attacking team. Hang on, you confirm my tea order here. Upstairs, please. Yeah, sorted. That's the least I could be getting for all these lamps I'm having to buy. So AZ been pretty good at the back. Matt Ryan, pretty interesting proposition. I think he's out of contract in the summer, so that's going to be an interesting one overall. With Owusu Ojuro coming through and really in a long-term contract and stuff. I think you'll probably see him as the future. Cercle Bruges against Racing White Daring Molenbeek, RWDM. It's a pretty good fixture for them. Monaco. So Monaco, I've not really been focusing on so much, but I do have Majeke now, and he's come in and really, that's a problem for cone holders. So there we go. Interesting one. Cone, pretty good young goalkeeper as well. Pretty good with the ball at his feet, but form's not been the greatest, and Majuki's taking his chance, so that could be a long way back for him, in all honesty. Hamburger, not going to mention the Rangers, but could be a difficult one for Dundee fans. Salzburg, always relatively high up as well. So you've got all that other information on the screen there. Quick shout out for the expected clean sheet percentages, etc. So, Zagreb, real standout fixture. Celtic at the top of both, the top 3 or top 2 actually in both metrics. So yeah, you can see where I'm going to be going with the lineup selections soon. Sporting Lisbon, Sociedad, pretty good. Oh, there's my tea arriving. Thanks very much. We're on the video this morning. Thanks for my tea. Right, that's plenty. Sociedad 60%. Porto as well. That doesn't surprise me. You look really well organised. Porto. It was really enjoyed watching them, to be honest. Hajduk split. Benfica, just a bit hit and miss recently, Benfica, but you've got to kind of take the statistics on face value. It might just be a wee tough spell playing against the Rangers tonight, depending on when you're watching the video. Obviously, I'm recording this in the morning of 14th of March. And the rest of the information is on the screen. So let's pick some lineups. As I say, I'm starting to find some hype for the platform again. So it's good to see these specials and stuff going through. Got some sort of nice ones rolling midweek. This one with Messi. I don't think he's going to play this weekend. That's why I've thrown this up on the screen. I think looks like he's come off and probably going to be rested. So it's frustrating, but still the best scorer on the platform, basically. Tribune and Frimpong to go there as well. And nice to see Griezmann back. Thought he was awesome against Inter. Won in penalties as well, went through. So Kelleher could bring this home, but probably start Adrian or something. I don't even want to think about that, honestly. That's just something like ridiculous like that's going to happen. But you're 5-1 up, and that can always happen. So anyway, let's have a look at the Celtic Limited lineups first. I haven't done much with any new season cards or anything just now. That's largely because of this statistic up here, which is no balance. I may well buy some for fun. I was talking about doing, a wee sort of 100 quid sort of like challenge, keep track of it and stuff. That might still be on the cards, but obviously at the moment I'm just focusing on losing all my money at Cheltenham instead, in terms of fun money, and then we'll see where we go with that. So Challenger or All-Star, I'm going to put my best lineup into All-Star, I think. So let's go on to the my players. So All-Star Limited. So let's see how it stacks up for Celtic players. So I expect these to be pretty good projected scores. So Joe Hart's an interesting one. It's uber cheap now. Remember, he is retiring, so if you do pick up a Joe Hart, then you've only got a limited lifespan in that, or it's going to have to be sort of collecting piece. I don't hold any real limited outside Celtic at the moment, so there we go. Defence. So highest projected score is Liam Scales. So that makes sense. I only do hold one limited of Liam Scales because he was playing for Aberdeen last season. So I put him in the big all-star team. Wrong button again. Callum McGregor estimated 72, injured. Bernardo not sure to start. So Matt O'Reilly, pretty much no-brainer selection here. 14.5. Quite high percentages as well, so that's pretty good. Palma, as I said, is injured. So this is where it becomes a bit more difficult, is in the forward projections. Is it Furuhashi? Is it Ida? Fura, it's a difficult one because Fura come on and scored. Could also go Giacomakis against Orlando. There's an interesting one. Hang on a minute. So Gio, Orlando are pretty bad at the back, aren't they? Haha, there we go. There's an interesting one as a wee differential. We'll do that in All-Star, and then we'll pick, obviously, in the other selections. Yang is suspended. Maeda is a bit hit or miss. I think being a home, good defensive fixture, we have to pick another defender, actually. Alistair Johnson. There we go. I'm going to go Matt O'Reilly, just because think about on set pieces. Could equally go Scales. I think Scales will put up a big score with St Johnstone sort of sitting back. I think they'll sit back anyway. But there we go. Challenger, so it's going to be pretty similar. Joe Hart. Do I want to go Taylor, or I'm going to use my high XP Taylor in here. Save Carter Vickers for probably the caps. Matt O'Reilly again, 14%, brilliant. And I think I'm going to use Anida up front or Kuhn. Pretty sure Kuhn will start. I think, funnily enough, he's probably more certain to start than Furuhashi is, sadly. But there we go. And this one, maybe go with a more attacking style lineup. So, could go for Kuhn and could go with Kuhn. I don't really have any under 23 goalkeepers just now, so I don't really need to worry about keeping these guys back for that. Again, all eggs in one basket, but Matt O'Reilly, I mean, guy's just awesome. There's no two ways about it. Cap 270 again, very Celtic dominant here. We'll pick some under 23 lineups and stuff in a minute. So Joe Hart, caps wise, Johnson pretty high, Vickers. Yeah, I want Vickers in that team, I think. So Carter Vickers, 53 remaining on the cap. So it could be good to get someone else in as a sort of differential in here midfield wise. Do think Awata will play as well. Hatate should be back after the international break. Never really mentioned that earlier. Lower cap midfielder. Could actually go with Cunin here. 48. Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's been flying recently. Absolutely flying. Big Geo, because this is 270, so you can play anybody. And then affordable only. I like this. Yeah, I've got the Michael Johnson forward card. Was interesting, but only like 1 point on the average in it, so you can go something like that. Big Gio's been smashing it as well, so there's some fun lineups. So yeah, picked a couple of fun lineups there. We insight into the MLS etc. as well, which is good. Right, so let's do some under 23 stuff here. Again, I was discussing this before in terms of being a sort of overall strategy. So if you haven't caught the video with MPen, then that's on the channel as well if you want to sort of catch the podcast and stuff. But under 23s wise, it's going forward to be the real sort of all-star under 23 format. The reason I say all-star because under 23s is completely global, whereas contender and challenger obviously are more confined, and then you've got champion and stuff as well. So interesting. Majuki with that projected 68. He has started pretty hot. There's no two ways about it. But there we go. Pretty glad I picked him up. Paid about 100 quid for him after like one game, but I'm really glad I did now. Now shout out for the old spreadsheet I used to do for under 23s guys, Lucas Gutelbauer. He's got in pretty good score, and I think I'm hoping he stays in. So that'd be really cool because it would give me another under 23 playing goalkeeper. So Majuki, I'm gonna take that recommendation because I think Lorient are pretty poor, so you can guarantee Monaco will concede. Anyway, nice high projected score. Sugawara with a really nice high projected score. He's been a bit hit or miss this season, but I think that's actually something I'm going to take in under 23s just in terms of the defender super rare card. Midfield wise, press the wrong buttons again. Jesus. Can't get the staff these days, honestly. Dylan Levitt with an estimated 94. He's not a sure starter, that's the only problem there. Alan Varela with a projected 80. That's pretty interesting. He looked absolutely knackered during the week though. They looked really knackered. There's no two ways about it. So I don't know. Might use Riku Puig in here actually. Because I really do enjoy the under 23 Rare Plus, so we're going sort of full steam ahead for this, I think. And we just are. Who else have I got? So this is the versatility spreadsheet. Remember, the spreadsheet is not mine. This is from Sorare Probabilities, S_probabilities on Twitter. You'll get a free trial and stuff. People always ask me about this. So I filtered this super rare. I want to see who I've got available super rare wise, because that's a key decision for the plus. So could use Matt O'Reilly, but I think we'll keep him for challenger. Pooch. Kevin Newborn. There's nobody else really standing out as much. I'm just going to go with Rico Puig. Again, this is part of the fun of these lineups as well. Like, this is what I really like about the format of the under 23s, because it's proper global. Okay, so I'm going to put it back to rare now because I've used up my super rare allocation here. So Rollheiser I don't think will play. Kulusevski pretty high up there, that's interesting. Big Chicken Tika Musiala is a projected 71. Been playing pretty well. I just can't really ignore that, I don't think. I think I've got to use him. And then Thiago Almada with projected 69. Use Matt O'Reilly in here as well. Decisions. Orlando can't defend. I'm going to go with Almada. Atlanta were buzzing at home, right? I mean, they were just banging goals in. So I think that's got to be the decision. Right, next Going to do Champion Europe Rare Plus because this is a more restricted weekend. Champion Europe Rare Plus, Rare Pro, Rare Plus. And then after I do this, probably do All Star Super Rare, and then we'll call it a day because that's been 25 minutes. I do appreciate everybody watching. I don't want to make these videos so long, people are just literally falling asleep. If you haven't fallen asleep so far, well done, and thanks very much for watching. And if you've got this far and you haven't liked and subscribed, well, you may as well now because you're not falling asleep. Champion Ivan Diouf with a nice high projected score. That's good. Predrag Rajkovic, I'm really pleased I picked this guy up. It was actually a shout. It was I'm in a group with David SR Monkey. So if you do watch, I don't know if you do watch channel, but I appreciate that shout out. In season card as well, so really handy for the sort of caps, etc. I've seen Nico Schlotterbeck appearing up there, and he was well rested as well because he was suspended against PSV, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to flip it over now because we picked two rares, so I'm going to flip it over to Super Rare. Again, I'll not be entering the Super Rare version of this weekend because there's no sort of Liverpool, etc. Max Arnold projected 79. That's pretty interesting. Who are they playing against? Absolutely nobody by the sounds of it. Absolutely no one. Danny Parejo as well. Pretty high projected score. That's interesting. Max Arnold. Maybe keep him for the caps. I like the Danny Parejo shout. Home. Valencia are pretty organised in general, but kind of a wee bit hit and miss. Griezmann, came off. I don't know, was it discomfort last night? Was he actually injured? Projected 52. Feels as if I want to get him in a lineup though. Griezmann, right? Because I mean, wasn't a high projected score against Inter, and he was brilliant. So I think considering I'm not going to be playing Super Rare Champion, I'm going to put him in and I'll see what the story is with fitness, etc. So I might have to change that around a wee bit. And then who's the highest other projected rare score? Sergio Ramos, 68. That's kind of interesting. James Maddison, 78. There's the answer to that question. James Maddison. Schlotterbeck or Maddison captain. Spurs are playing well. This is one of the things that I really like about the spreadsheet, right? Before I was using the spreadsheet, sometimes I would get quite hung up on just playing guys for the same team. And now I feel as if I'm actually picking guys who have got the best fixture. And my results have been pretty good. I know I always used to do pretty well too, but I find that quite sort of interesting as well. Just validating thoughts on things is always quite good. Like, let's pick the All Star as well, because it was one of the very last ones of this, and I want to pay homage. Everybody said pay homage. It's not really a phrase we use much in Scotland. Big homage. What a player. Under 23s is staying, but the Pro or the Plus versions, we're going to effectively define scarcity soon. It's just going to be limited, rare, super rare, and unique. So this is it's a shame that this is going, but yeah, it's going to go. That's the way it is. So got to deal with it now. Got to adapt. So Rodrigo Ray appearing up there with a 75. I think got to use him. Well, nobody left for America at this rate, but deal with that when we're tweaking things later on. Where are you, Rodrigo? Yeah. Nice high XP card and stuff as well, which is pretty good. Interesting, I could have just run to Celtic sticks actually. Could do that, right? Really good fixture. It's been running. Nah, I'm gonna run another stack in here. Because I think we're running Celtic in Challenger Super Rare, and probably Challenger Rare as well. So I think that's sufficient. Although I'd run 10 stacks if it really could, but beside the point. Stefan Rostovsky, really high projected score. That's interesting. Super rare of Stefan Rostovsky as well. We're hitting up Michael Mila it's against Rudez, who are Shiite. I'll need to check on the projected lineups for that thing. Yeah, I'm glad I checked that because it's non-projected lineup. So hang on, back to square one again. Right, Rostovsky Bardachki, he's got a hamstring strain. That's a shame. Scales, I'm going to be using the Celtic stack. Eduardo, really good choice here. Actually, it's pretty good. Could just Buscaglia in here actually. Been an absolute. It's against 20, but yeah, but he's just so good, right? Just so good. No offense to the 20 holders and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's Buscaglia, right? And playing at home. Again, we'll do that thing where we switch to super rare. We've got to pick two good super rares for in here. It's a shame about Rostovsky. I would like to have used them in here. Lifus, that's pretty high project score. You use him in some caps as well, I think, although he's last 15's 59, so hardly a surprise. Branko van der Boom's been a huge disappointment this season. Huge. But there we go. Max Arnold, Robin Hack. O'Reilly, I think, is going to be in Celtic stack. Nice having choice, but sometimes it just melts your head as well. Oh, big Cezinha. Forgot about him. The goat, the Asian goat. Yeah, but I think I will play him in here because I'll be going, pretty strong on Celtic on All Star, I think, as well. Going after those sort of like non sort of contender cards, for want of a better word. I'm going to play him beside him. Jordan Larson's been awful recently. Awful. Absolutely awful. Having Lozano, pretty good fixture. They did play in last night, so give a wee bit of rotation there. I should play Alan Varela in here. I don't know. I need to check where he's going to play or not, but keep him for the caps. Probably have a spare Carter Vickers actually, so use the big man. See, it's a lot easier in the brain if you just pick a stack. It's just like, who am I picking for that team? But anyway, I'm not complaining about choice. Brilliant, tough choice, like really good. And then midfield wise, right, put it back to there and see who we're going to put in there. So Madison we've used, McGregor's injured, Paulo Bernardo I think is set enough to start. We'll have a spare Matt O'Reilly. Nah, I think we'll use them all with Celtic stacks. Palacios, interesting one. Lennon Miller, really good young player. Kakari been really quite reliable, but I'm going to go with Carles Gil at home and Captain Buscaglia. Carles Gil, I need to double check he's definitely okay. He's been in and out a wee bit. What am I doing? Carles Gil and then press C, that's the strategy. Nearly broke the strategy there, so that's a pretty good team. One more for the channel, why not? We'll do the All-Star Super Rare. So I think this is where Matt O'Reilly is going to be going, to be honest. See what the scripted challenger is as well. See who else I've got available. Ollie get Ajax. Yeah. You could just get Ober in there, or you could use under 23s for him as well. I think I want to use Matt O'Reilly in the All-Star though, just, chance of winning some, MLS end season or whatever is pretty good, and Celtic the best fixture and All-Star is the best competition. So Joe Hart, Wygand coming up here, he's been linked to Miami, that would be absolutely brilliant, love to see that. Liam Scales, Matt O'Reilly, avoid me on rivals. Up front, do I use, this is an interesting one, right? So, All-Star Super Rare. Sorry if I'm baffling on a bit at this point, but if you're enjoying watching, I do appreciate you coming towards the end of the video as well. So yeah, I could, there's an argument for using Cezinha in here rather than using it in the All-Star Rare Plus. I'm maybe getting a bit sentimental using them down there. Is what it is, I suppose. So I'm probably going to have to like follow my predictions a bit here. I think Kuhn will definitely play. Maeda's got a lower average. Ida is a bit more of a doubt. Decisions. He's got to do something a bit different. Play Kuhn. I was just so impressed with him at the weekend. I thought he was really good. Vickers, I think, will probably end up coming off after maybe 60 or 70, in all honesty. So I think I'm going to go Alistair Johnson in here. I'm going to captain Scales because kind of got the Matt O'Reilly captain in here already. With you can't captain the unique, but you're getting extra points. So I do think this sets up quite well actually. Kind of interesting one because no Ida, no Furuhashi, etc. But Kuhn does look as if he's the type of guy. In this game, I think St Johnstone will drop in. And, when they drop in, they drop back. Then you need somebody who can beat a player like a Yang or a Kuhn. Yang's suspended, so could do that. Oh, press the wrong button again. There we go. So I'm gonna wrap it up now because I'm talking a lot about Celtic here. Celtic do, I think, have the best fixture this weekend, so I'm not going to apologise for that anymore because, yeah, if you got to this stage in the channel and you don't realise we're talking about Celtic, then you're probably drunk. So, so there we go. So thanks very much for watching. We'll wrap it up there, get the video uploaded. Hopefully one of these teams pulls through for midweek and we've got a sort of video on Friday or maybe Saturday morning. I'm going to be enjoying Gold Cup Day for Cheltenham, so I don't know whether I'll be compos mentis enough to actually do a video on Friday night. If not, we'll get it up on Saturday morning, the video that is, just in case people are thinking about big semi that we had a couple of Friday nights ago. And in that note, I'm going to leave it. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Up at the top of the screen, YouTube will do something clever and give you the most relevant video in terms of your own preferences. And if you're playing this weekend, which I'm sure you will be at this stage, good luck and go for it.